okay, while she's getting her mug, just want to make sure. Okay, you've got your beverage. We're going to learn about some fabulous products. Let's see. When you share this link, so I'm going to just say this little piece for our guests that'll maybe watch the replay. If you're in the mood to shop, definitely tell your consultant after you've watched this video what you're interested in, and she can help you out. Okay, so we all have stores in our home, and we can I ship for free. So just for watching this video, your consultant's going to ship to you for free. And that's going to be a gift for just taking the time to learn about some products. Let's see Charlotte's mug. Let's see your bee mug.
One of my consultants got this for me. It says be yourself.
I love it. It's so pretty.
So cute. That's kind of like my motto in life. It's so important, you know.
Yes.
Yourself, I've
seen necklaces that say that, and then the mug, what are they, like the little cups? They're like espresso cups or something, you know. They're like come in a tower, and there was they said different things like be you, it was like 4 different things, like be kind, be happy, and one other one. It was so cute.
So cute. Yeah,
I could have too many mugs all day long. All right, so this, all the consultants on here by special invitation. And so I just gave like a message. So when we do the YouTube replay, that when the customer is watching the replay, she's going to definitely need to contact her consultant to order the products. And we just had Mary join. Is Mary a consultant or a guest?
Cute.
She could type it in the chat. All right. So while we're waiting to find out if we have a guest live on or if she's a consultant, I have a little fun fact. Okay, so here's something for you to put in the chat. All right. And you're going to put true or false in the chat. Here's the question. Environmental stressors such as pollution, sun exposure, stress, lack of sleep, and diet will affect the way your skin ages. You guys are all so smart. Yes, true. True. So that is all of you that answered here. You're working on your entries for my Chatty Cathy prize, okay? All right, so we're going to meet our guest teacher, Charlotte. And I'm going to ask her to just give a brief story, because Charlotte is a director, and we have been in a mastermind group together for, gosh, now it's been a couple, like 4 years, I think.
Probably.
Maybe longer. We've been cheerleaders together.
Yes, I probably.
Yeah, we've danced at our fall advances together. So I'm going to spotlight her and let her just tell you a little bit about herself. She's awesome. I love working with Charlotte. She's so fun to be around, and she always just makes everyone feel so special. So I'm going to ask her to go ahead and take it away. I'm going to spotlight her so you all can see her.
Oh my goodness. Well, hi everybody. Gosh, thank you for welcoming me here tonight. I really appreciate you all being here, and I hope that I can bring something valuable to you tonight. I'm excited. We have a guest on, I believe, and it's wonderful to see so many consultants on. So welcome. I'm coming in to you tonight from a crazy place. I used to live up in Northern California in a little town called Oakdale, but we are in limbo right now. We're living in West Hollywood. It's kind of crazy. So I don't even know if Alice knew that, but we sold, we had anyway, a little bit about me real quick. Just not that you really care, but just a quick synopsis. I am married to my husband for 28 years, Elliot, and we have 3 kids, 3 adult children. Had a home on 3 acres in Oakdale, took advantage of the good market, last year. Basically, we sold our house in August of this past year, and just kind of took a leap of faith to do that, because we realized we just were done with having a big home and a big property and a lot of responsibility there, and we're interested in something a little different. And so we're living in my father-in-law's rental property right now. It just happened to be available, but it's in a weird location, West Hollywood, but it's very cool. The only reason I agreed to come down here, which was a wonderful reason, is my youngest daughter, who is a junior in college, is in school just an hour away. And she plays water polo for Cal Lutheran. And, you know, I'm going to get to see all her games, which I'm so excited about. So it's kind of fun, but I do travel up north pretty often, because I have a lot of life up there. I started Mary Kay, gosh, I'm going on, well, it's 8 years, but going on 9. And I came into Mary Kay when I was in the thick of it with kind of like teenage kids, basically. I had been a taxi driver, basically. That was my occupation. I was a taxi driver, you know. Anyway, you know, I was very fortunate to be able to stay home. It's a sacrifice to stay home, but I did stay home with my kids, and I did drive them everywhere. And my kids were very involved in swimming and water polo. And we lived out of town a ways, and I had to come and go from my house 5 times a day. It was crazy, because they had to be at practice at 5 in the morning, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, once I was done with that craziness in my life, my kids were driving and everything. I was like, okay, so what am I going to do now? You know, and I was in a Bible study, actually with Corinne's sister, my senior director, Corinne. And I was just sharing in the group that I just really felt like, gee, you know, it's time for me to go back to work. I need to do something. But I really wasn't willing to give up, you know, the flexibility. I really enjoyed being a stay-at-home mom. And I also wanted to have the ability to come and go as I please and attend my kids' games and events and whatever I wanted to do. And so I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And this friend of mine in my Bible study, Janelle, said to me, gosh, you know, would you be willing to talk, you know, have you ever considered Mary Kay? Because I was buying product from her at the time. So anyway, in a nutshell, I was like, well, no, I haven't thought about Mary Kay. And she was like, well, would you be willing to talk to me and my sister about it? And I was like, well, sure, of course, I'll talk to you about it. And, you know, I was just so pleasantly surprised. I had no idea anything about the business. And it's been a sweet decision that I made, you know, those 8 years ago. It's been a very fun ride. I didn't know basically when I decided to do it, I actually wanted to be able to contribute some money to our family, because teenagers cost a lot of money, right? And oh my goodness. I mean, I remember saying to Corinne, I was like, gee, if I could make $1,000 a month, then, you know, I'd have a little extra money for me, because there's like never any extra fun money, you know, and your kids cost so much money with the gas and the cell phones and, you know, everything else. And so I was like, yeah, I want to make $1,000 a month. And so I proceeded to build my customer base and fell in love with the product even more. And anyway, it's just been wonderful. I really surprised myself. I was able to really build a nice customer base. And since then, I've enjoyed a very nice reorder business. I love taking care of my customers. It's been easy for me to make that money. And then I transitioned into a leadership role with the company 3 years ago and became a sales director. And that's really fun, you know, trying to help other women in their Mary Kay journey. But so anyway, I'm very much in love with the brand. I have 2 things I'm really passionate about in my life, other than my faith and my family. And that is a nonprofit that I'm involved in called Soroptimus. I don't know if any of you ladies have heard of Soroptimus, but it's a wonderful service club for women that was started in Oakland, California, 100 years ago. And I am very involved in Soroptimus, and that organization lines up beautifully with Mary Kay's mission. So, which is all about helping women and girls, empowering women and girls to, you know, better themselves through social and economic empowerment, with the belief that education is very important, and, you know, just giving them the tools and resources they need to fulfill their dreams, right? So those two organizations really believe about the same thing. And Mary Kay, of course, really supports women in the foundation with cancers that affect women, and domestic violence prevention. So all those things are so important, you know, and the only reason I bring that up is to just quickly transition to a challenge I'm going to give you before I share my favorite products with you. So I'm going to give it to you ahead of time. I want to challenge you to think about for yourself, first of all, what's important to you in a brand. You know, when you look at using a brand of anything, what's important to you? Why would you choose to use a particular brand? I chose to use Mary Kay as my brand because of what Mary Kay was really all about. Their foundation meant a lot to me, but then as I learned more about the brand, I really fell in love with it, and it aligned with my belief system. So I don't know if any of you ladies have had a chance to check out the Sweet 13 that's on our Mary Kay websites. I happen to love the new Sweet 13 resource that's available to us, and our customers can use it as well via our websites. And I have different notebooks for different things, but they're usually pink, and I have a pink notebook. I just haven't put Sweet 13 on this yet. But in my notebook is my training on that I just printed off from Mary Kay about Sweet 13. Okay. And this is all on and it's everything you need to know to give you information about how to share the Sweet 13 with yourself and your customers and get familiar with it. Well, as I was going through this whole process, it's totally, if you dial in on the Pink Plaza and study the Pink Plaza and go through there, you will see that there's so many great tips in there about the Mary Kay brand. So my challenge for you is pick 5 people in the next, you know, I would give yourself, since we have the new year, you know, you could give yourself between now and next Wednesday, like give yourself the full week, but it shouldn't take you that long. But 5 people, women that are not your customer, and ask them what's important to them in a brand when they're choosing to wash their face with, you know, and then you can proceed with, what do you wash your face with? But so what do you wash your face with? You could ask that question first if you want. Either way, what do you wash your face with, and what's important to you in a brand for your skincare and your cosmetics? I did that today. I had a hair appointment. I have a new hair lady as of today because I moved. It cost me $100 extra than it did when I lived up north. And my nails is the same story. But anyway, I always wear pink nails. I'm going to a black and white New Year's party. So I have black and white nails on. I never have black on. It's kind of weird, but anyway, they're kind of cool. But my nails used to cost $35. Now they're $55. It's a bummer, but anyway, Oakdale's less expensive. Probably you guys live in an area that's more expensive, but I was used to paying a really good deal. Anyway, this young gal today who was doing my hair, Darling, 27-year-old, beautiful young woman, new to her career as well, newly married. And, you know, she asked me what I did. I shared with her basically that I did, you know, I was involved in a nonprofit and what that was in Mary Kay. And then we went on about our thing. And then later I said to her, I'm just curious, because of your age, do you really know, how familiar are you with Mary Kay? And that was actually a really good question to ask her, because she said, you know, I've heard of it. And, you know, she basically just heard of it. And she said, I think maybe through my mom. And I was like, yeah, you know, that makes sense. We're kind of your mom, grandma's age kind of brand company. And so my job now is to sell her on our brand. The next time I go see her, you know, I'm going to give her a little, bring her a little care package of product to try. She totally said she'd be willing to try the product, but I will continue to try to, you know, basically sell her on the brand. So instead of having a selling challenge, I'd love for you to sell people on the brand, right? Because, you know, Mary Kay, when you go into the Pink Plaza, you'll see so many cool things, but one of them, sometimes some people will say what's important to them is how their impact on the environment, or, you know, if it's a environmentally friendly company or something like that. Well, we can absolutely address that, right? We have that whole sustainability wall in the Suite 13 in the Pink Plaza. That's really cool to check out. Some people will say, obviously, you know, well, I ought to put Mary on the spot. Mary, you are already a customer, which is great. But if you're willing to share, you know, I don't know how much you know about the Mary Kay brand, but what is important to you in a brand? And if you're willing to share, I'd love to hear. And I will, while you're
she's not muted, so Mary, if you just talk, or you don't have to come on the camera to answer.
And she may be taking a break and not, I don't know, it's totally fine. Feel free to share if you want, but I'm going to just keep going real quick. There's so many wonderful things about our brand that you just need to make sure that you are really empowered with and understand. So anyway, and you can get a lot of that from going through the Pink Plaza in the Suite 13. But if it's okay with you, I'll move on to some really important products that I think are game changers. Is that okay with you guys? And I don't want to take up all your time. Are we good? And do you all have any questions real quick about, I didn't really do a great job sharing my story. I've been, you know, do you have any questions about my story at all in terms of, I don't know, I mean, you know.
I thought you did great.
I mean, I don't know if there,
Oh, there was a question though, how do you spell Seroptimus? And I was trying to figure it out and I don't know.
I didn't see that one. Oh, okay, so that's a great question. Seroptimus is like sorority and optimistic. So it's SOROPITMIST, something like that. I always have to look to make sure. Wonderful. It means it's coined the Latin, the Latin word means best for women. And our tagline, if you will, is investing in dreams. And so Seroptimus is in a lot of areas in California. And if you ever decide to check it out and get involved, please let me know, and I will be your biggest cheerleader helping you find a good club. You know, I see a question from Teresa. How long did it take you to become a director? That's a super good question. Okay, so I tried twice. Well, once, and the second time it worked. So I went through the DIQ requirements, which is director in qualification, you know, one time. And I didn't know what I was doing and really what I was getting into, but I had made the decision that I wanted to be a sales director. Why? Because I learned that my commission check would be 3 times what it was as a consultant. And I was like, okay, that is like, I can't think of the word right now, but I said, that's just crazy. I mean, there's no reason for me not to try to do this. If other women can do it, I can do it. I should be able to make this work. So I realized when I went through the process, you have to meet a certain quota, production quota, and you know, you had to have a certain size team and all that stuff. And so they give you 4 months, 3 or 4 months to get it done. But each month you had a requirement to meet, and I did not meet that requirement the second month through the first time I tried. So then I waited a couple months, and then I resubmitted for director in qualification. And that time I was able to do it in the 3 months. And it was just the best thing ever. It was such a great feeling, first of all, to accomplish that. And it's really been very fulfilling and rewarding for me, and has been something I've just really enjoyed. And it also is more income as well, which is just nice. If you're going to be working your business anyway, you might as well make as much money, you know, increase your income level if you can. So I still basically do about the same amount of work, but I just get to mentor women a little bit more. So, you know, it's totally worth being a director. Oh, cool. Well, that's neat, Heather. Yeah, I'd love for you to ask. I will tell you, Seroptimus is not a Christian organization, but there's a lot of Christian women in it. But that would be cool to know if your pastor had heard. Oh, Teresa. Oh my goodness. In January, I'm gonna give you a pom-pom for that. You can do it. I remember the first time I submitted for DIQ. It was in January, I believe. I started the process in January. It's a great time to do that, you know. And oh, side note, if this helps you at all, little did I know that people would really support me. You know how we all have people that we're afraid to talk to. Well, I invited, you know, if there's guest events, just invite people. I, you know, invited people to come to some things, guest events. And I invited this one good friend of mine who, she's not in Seroptimus, but she's in Rotary, but she happens to be an attorney. And she's the kind that does your trust and your will, trust attorney. And I mean, I just love her. I'd met her in the community. She's got a great personality. And, you know, I just thought she'd be a fun guest to have at our event. And I bring her along. And of course, I'm looking for her to be a customer. I'm always thinking, you know, you're going to be my customer. Well, little did I know, when she heard I was trying to become a sales director and working on that, and I needed a team, she totally joined my team. I mean, it was so great. And I mean, I didn't even think about asking her. So if you let people know that you're working on that and you're building a team, people want to come and support what you're doing. They really do. And then that happened to me multiple times. And before I knew it, I had the, you know, back when I did it, another thing, I got in when the requirements were a little bit easier. I only had to get 24 people. So that was, now it's a little tougher. You got to get 30, but 30 is better. You want to have more anyway. So just ask away. They have nothing to lose and they're just going to want to support you. So make sure you ask. Anyway, I'm very excited for you all. So, and so let's see. Okay. I'm thinking Mary is new to Zoom, trying to navigate. She said the nail polishes, she just received a new order with new colors for her. Is that, I know that was from Amanda, but is that regarding Mary, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yes, Mary's Amanda's guest.
Perfect. Well, Mary, it's so fun that they brought back the nail polishes. I don't know how long you've been using Mary Kay products, but they used to have nail polishes all the time. Now it's kind of a limited thing. They can bring them in at different times of the year. But I just want to encourage you that you're supporting a brand. I would encourage you to continue to use the products and start, you know, transitioning some things. You know, if you're using something that's not Mary Kay, and when you run out, give Mary Kay's product a try, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay, I want to quickly mention a product that's a game changer that all of you should be using, no matter what your age. Unless you have, I'm not sure. I think if you have rosacea, you might have to stay away from this one, but I could be wrong on that. I'd have to double check. I usually know those things. I know most of you know it's really important to take care of your skin, right? And as we get older, our collagen level starts depleting, and we just start losing that beautiful skin and plump skin. It just happens, and it's going to continue to happen. It starts happening in your 20s, and you've really got to work to maintain your natural collagen production. And healthy skincare is really, really key in doing that. And I know Alice is so great at educating you all on all of that, just by the questions she asked earlier, true or false. So, one aspect of good skincare, your skin needs to be ripe and ready to receive the good stuff you're putting on your face. In order to make it ripe and ready, you need to have proper exfoliation. And I believe in, basically 3 forms of exfoliation, but I'm going to talk about one of them tonight. And that is the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. If you are not using this product, or you have it and you hardly ever get it out, I want you to write down WW on your piece of paper. And can you, for a chatty Cathy comment, do you have any idea what WW might mean? Just take a wild guess. What would WW stand for? Thinking about, if you have it and it sits on your cabinet or underneath your cabinet and it really doesn't get used like you want it to. And wonderful could be a W, but it's not the W I'm looking for. And while you're guessing, I'm going to talk about this product real quick. So remind me, don't let me forget. Yes, yes. Is it Chella? Chella? Oh my gosh, you get an extra bonus there. Wednesday and weekends. Okay, so today's Wednesday. So tonight, when I get off here, I will be using this little game changer for me. This product, it's in a pump, and which is really great because it dispenses nicely. And it's all clean and everything that way, and no air is getting into the product. But let me, basically in a nutshell, what it does is it is a wonderful exfoliator. It's a glycolic peel that is safe and gentle to use 2 times a week. And what it does, what's really important in skincare is that you get cell turnover. Your skin, we want to slough off dead skin cells, turn cells over. We want cell turnover so new fresh cells can plump and rise to the surface. And that helps with our collagen production, our natural collagen production. So we're looking for cell turnover. We're looking to slough off dead skin cells so new fresh cells can rise to the surface. This product does that for us if we use it, okay? And it's really easy to use. You have your clean face, you wash your face first, and then I usually do 2 to 3 pumps, and it's really great if you can do your neck and décolleté at the same time. So I recommend, getting undressed, putting on a bathrobe, so you have this area open and ready to exposed, okay? And I know we don't like to get all splashy and wet and dripping everywhere. You don't really have to do that. Just get a washcloth and wet your décolleté area and your neck, and of course, wash your face, and then apply this all over, okay? And you can rub it in, and then you just leave it on for 10 minutes. I take whatever's left on my hands and I put it on the back of my hands, and that gets the treatment too, okay? Anyway, leave it on for 10 minutes. That's all you have to do. And then you come back, get a washcloth if you don't want to be all drippy and splashy, just get a washcloth, wash it off, rinse it off as best as you can, and then move on to your serum and your night cream, okay? And your eye cream. So you will feel a slight tingling with this product, and that just means it's working and doing its job. Your skin will look brighter. It's a super good exfoliator, okay? Your skin texture is going to be better. Your skin is going to look brighter. It says on here, and by the way, we have wonderful resources at our disposal, little fact sheets, and I keep them printed off, and it gives you everything you need to know about our products. But skin texture will be significantly improved. Fine lines and wrinkles will look reduced. Skin tone will look more even. And your skin will just look more radiant and feel smoother and tighter. And the clinical study that was done on this was just done after 2 weeks of use. It's, in my opinion, it's an instant gratifier. When you rinse it off, your face actually does feel silky smooth. You can tell that it's been exfoliated. It's the craziest thing. Unlike, now the microdermabrasion is a wonderful product too, but it is just a surface exfoliator. This is going down into the cells and turning the cells over. And that's what makes it so great. So glycolic acid goes to work immediately, removing dead skin cells from the skin's top surface layer. It goes 3 layers deep. It's breaking apart the bonds of thousands of other dead cells so they can be released and plumper, fresher cells take their place. By increasing the rate at which skin dulling dead cells on multiple surface layers are eliminated, the power of glycolic acid enhances skin's own renewal process for a rejuvenated look. So you can read all about this, through if you want to print this thing off, but this product, it retails for $65, I believe. So it's a kind of a premium price point. However, it lasts 6 months. And it's just totally worth it. It's something you need to just invest in. And if you're using it yourself, then you could talk more about it with your, with your friends and your customers and things like that. Let's see. I'm trying to read Heather's question, comment with the Skin Analyzer app. Told me to use and did yesterday, a year later, and said both. Oh, so are you, anyway, so Heather, did you say, oh, I see what you're saying, Heather. That's really cool. So the repair line really improved your skin enough for the analyzer to tell you to use the botanical line. That is so fantastic. Well, and you have beautiful skin. I can see it through. I noticed it earlier. Wow, that's a great testimony. That's really cool. That's super cool. And I'll tell you what, that neck and chest area is so important. And yes, make sure you use sunscreen. Absolutely. You want to have sunscreen every single day, even if you're not going outside. I firmly believe that I have the brown spots over here that I have from my car because I was a taxi driver, you know. Anyway, just saying. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my second, well, another product that I think is super important for every woman to have. And even if you use, you know, a different skincare line or whatever, this is a wonderful product to try. And that is the Voluform Lifting Serum. Again, in a pump, happens to be in the same line, the repair line, as that other supplement product. But I also love the Serum C plus E. I happen to use both. And the way I do it is I use the Serum C plus E in the morning, and I use this one at night. I probably should start using this one morning and night and do my Serum C after. But this one will go first on my face because it is the best serum we have. And it's the most potent, it's the most game changer serum. So it needs to go on the skin first. So a serum is also just a good supplement product for someone to try if they don't want to totally switch their skincare over to you. You know, just ask them if they'd be willing to try your serum, you know, and get them started that way. But anyway, what I want to say about the serum is that you wash your face, you know, first, and then it's the very next thing that goes on. And I always do my décolleté, my neck, and my face. And if you use it, I usually do 2 pumps, and that takes care of everything. Okay. It's going to run out in about a month and a half, a month to 2 months, depending on if you use it every day. So it is a little expensive that way. However, you'll be a believer after you try it for a little while. It's a beautiful, you'll get beautiful results. And one of the cool things about it is it improves the skin's elasticity and firmness. That's really a big deal. And one reason it gets to do that is because the science behind what they put in this whole, what they call the Voluform complex, the additional things they put in there was this Shashandra extract, which supports natural elastin, and then this Alpinia galanga leaf extract, which supports natural collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid. And we know, hyaluronic acid is a game changer in skincare as well, helping to keep moisture in, lock moisture in, keep hydration at a peak. Well, anyway, this particular serum is clinically shown to visibly lift and reduce the look of deep lines and wrinkles. So they call it the lifting serum for that reason. It tightens the appearance of sagging skin and gives facial contours a firmer look. It helps cheeks and jaw lines and neck to appear firmer and more lifted. So, you know, they like to say it's reclaim your triangle of youth. It said, did you know the advanced lifting serum concentrates its action by reclaiming your triangle of youth? The triangle being full cheeks, a defined jawline, and a taut neck. That is what embodies youthfulness. But as skin ages, this area can become compromised. The cheeks can appear hollow. That's so true. The jawline can start to sag, you know, and crepiness will begin to show on our neck, which totally does happen. And so this is your best defender against that. Okay. So anyway, if you are, at an age between, I'd say 20 and 40, you know, and you feel like you have good collagen, you feel like your skin is pretty plump and everything, you might be okay just holding off on that one for a little bit and enjoy, you know, maybe saving some money on that. But boy, I tell you, as soon as it happens at different ages, but I'm in my mid 50s and I can tell you, I am so happy that I've been using this. 50 to 60, you definitely start showing major signs of aging. It's going to happen, but if you weren't using some good products and really hydrating, your skin is going to look much worse. So, you know, you can help it. You really can with some good solid skincare. So I just want to encourage you to try it if you haven't, and look into, you could give yourself your own selling challenge by either, you know, asking and, you know, just thinking about this product, maybe promoting this one this week, you know, trying to get 5 new women to try this product, or 5 customers that haven't tried this, you know. But the bonus with this guy right now is the wonderful roller, you know, the rose quartz roller. It's a limited edition thing. This comes with this right now for free. If you go on Amazon or anywhere, they're at least $20. So it's like a free $20 gift for sure. I'll tell you why the rose quartz roller is important to use. And I think it's so cool that Mary Kay brought it to the table. You know, I am starting to work on it for sure in this little area of my face. I have some raised little skin areas plus dark spots here. And it is, if you roll it up and out and really massage the area after you have your serum on, you put your serum on first, and then you start working the rose quartz roller around. They say to do it for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, that's a long time and it's kind of annoying. So you might just have to sit there in bed and whatever, look at your phone or whatever you want to do, but just try to figure out. But keep in mind, it can help even out skin tone. So I'm particularly watching this little area that I have some raised, you know, some problems with. But basically I know more, I shouldn't read from this, but it's like a soothing facial massage for your skin. It aids in the production. Let's see. Well, anyway, I don't really have a good sheet on, I basically had done some research on this rose quartz roller thing, and there's a jade roller as well. The rose quartz is better. It does not have to go in the refrigerator. It's very cold and it'll stay cold. It would be cool if you have the time and can keep it in the freezer. That would be so great, but you don't even have to. It's super cold, just doing, you know, touching it. But it increases circulation. That's what I remember about it. It helps even out skin tone. It does help with fine lines and wrinkles. So I think it's one of those things that I did read an article that this lady had written, and she gave it a try for 2 weeks. And it was just a really cool article. I could send it to you, Alice. I really thought it was great. It was very informative. I can't remember exactly what all she said, but she noticed her face basically looked thinner after the 2 weeks. That's crazy. So I don't know if any of you would have that experience.
One of the things that it supports is lymphatic drainage to reduce the appearance of puffiness and wrinkles.
That's right.
So that's where you get that thinning effect.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So if you have that article, I'd love to share it with them. So you can definitely send it. I'll
definitely do that. It's a deep puffer. So it's really nice around the eye area too. You know, I just figure it can't hurt. So anyway, okay. And then I don't know, is there any time left to share maybe 1 or 2 more little products? I have a makeup little
Sure.
Yep,
sure.
Okay. And does anybody have any questions about either one of these so far that I didn't? Oh, toning, yeah, the toning lotion. I thought about that too. I think that's a great idea, Heather. Oh, and stretch marks. What a great idea. Yeah. And they do say you need to roll it for like 2 to 3 minutes. So very cool. Okay. I don't know if any of you have transitioned yet to trying the new Silky setting powder. And if you're curious about it, you know, and you have it on, Heather, that's nice. That's great. Okay, so had you heard about a silky setting powder before Mary Kay came out with the silky setting powder? Is that something that was on the market that you were dialed into? Oh, great, Chella, that's great. Everyone seems to be trying it and wearing it. I'm curious, I had always heard of mineral powder foundation, but I had really not been in the game of, apparently this is a big deal. It's a game, it's an improvement in powders, big improvement in powders. And Mary Kay hopped on the bandwagon, which is really cool. So what I like to tell people, I have a handful of customers who were using the mineral powder foundation, and they really shouldn't have been because they were 50 plus, okay? And the mineral powder foundation can actually make you look a little older because, you know, it's just not luminous at all, you know? And, oh yeah, those beads, I remember that. Oh yeah, cool. That's true. I remember the little round container with the little beads, and I can't, like Revlon or somebody made it. I don't know. That's cool. So what I'm doing now is really promoting CC cream for my people who were on the mineral powder foundation, and then adding in the silky setting powder on top. Or of course they can use this alone, but this, you cannot beat, if someone just wants a powder, you know, I hope they'll be willing to just quickly try the CC cream. And, you know, it's just like a quick moisturizer that you put on your face. I mean, we don't want to use it just as a moisturizer, but it goes on so easy, and it adapts to the skin tone so quickly that it blends in beautifully. And then you dust it with a little bit of this silky setting powder and you are good to go. But the what's really cool, I guess, about the silky setting powder is it delivers, you know, a photo ready soft focus effect. We've got 12 complexion perfecting, skin tone matching, silky smooth shades. With shine minimizing coverage and natural looking color correction. This is one beauty detail you're sure to love. Whether your skin is spare ivory or a gorgeous, beautiful bronze or something in between, you will find a shade that's just right for you. You can wear it alone as a subtle complexion enhancer when you're feeling a less, you know, less is more kind of vibe, or you can wear it over your favorite, you know, foundation or CC cream to set your look. It is free from mineral oil, fragrance, wax, silicones, parabens, and it's priced at $20. Anyway, I was reading from my website. That is what our customers see when they go to our website. You know, there's great info on our websites. And they, you know, this product, of course, it's a multitasker. It helps even skin tone, blur minor imperfections while providing a matte finish that smooths your appearance and minimizes shine. The innovative formula contains a plant-based emollient that delivers whisper light softness while helping to minimize dryness and flakiness. So what I was curious about when I started using it was I going to feel a little shiny with it? I wasn't sure. Was it going to make me feel a little oily? Even though I'm in my mid 50s, I still have to touch up with pressed powder. I used to be super oily. Well, it hasn't done that to me. So I'm happy about that. It is matte, but it doesn't set in the wrinkles. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm really liking it. I think they've done a great job with it. We are to use the powder brush with it. So no longer the powder foundation brush, but the fluffy big powder brush, right? And they recommend once you know, I usually just take some into the lid, you know, and once you have your CC cream on or whatever foundation you're wearing, you know, they do recommend you just tap it off a little bit and then just kind of go and then work it up and out. But it is designed to set the foundation, and give this silky look without it being oily. And it's just really nice, you know? So great price point, fantastic price point. And I think you can really encourage women to up their game, add CC cream into the mix. It'll be great to have the extra SPF protection. It's lightweight. It will give them a little more coverage, and I think they'll feel really good about themselves, you know. So for those women who kind of afraid to try foundation or really don't want to wear foundation, they just want a little powder, you know, this would be the next step to take them to the next level. If they're willing to give it a try. Every woman that I have talked to that's been in that kind of category who really doesn't love foundation have fallen in love with CC cream. So, and adding the powder is just great, because if the CC feels a little too moisturizing, that just takes care of it, you know? So it's really great. And the CC cream will help cover up the little brown spots a little better. So anyway, that is basically all I really had tonight in terms of some products that, you know, I really love. I mean, there's so many, right? I can only pick a few. Anyway, I hope blotting papers. Yes, that's certainly good. I should use those more. It's ridiculous. I hope that if this has helped in some way. If you've gotten one thing out of it, then that's great, because I appreciate you taking the time out of your evening. You know, I know it's a big deal to do that, and you know, our time is so precious. So I hope it helped you a little bit.
Well, I want to thank you for just being here and telling us your favorites, and I just want to recognize Mary as our live guest. So all the guests watching the replay, you're going to be jealous right now, because Mary is going to get a little giveaway from us in the mail as a thank you. So she's an automatic winner because she's a guest on here. So Mary, that will be coming to you in the mail. And then I love it. Chella used all the products that she demoed today. And again, Darlene, all my favorites. So we're all in agreement with Charlotte. These are awesome products. And I do love the new rose quartz roller. And what I'm going to do is save the chat, and then I will, let's see, why don't you guys put your email in the chat for me, because when I go through the chat, I'll figure out who our chatty Cathy is of the night, and then I will be contacting whoever that is to get your address and mail you out your prize. So I'll show you what it is. This is for the chatty Cathy.
Oh, super cute.
And it has all the months and the days, so you can hang this in your office, whatever goal you're going for. And so I'm going to send that out to whoever our chatty Cathy is. We have another Jingle and Mingle next Wednesday, another guest speaker. And so you guys are welcome to come back. Same Zoom link. And I want to let you know, tell your guests, if they come and bring a guest, they'll get a special goodie for bringing someone with them. So, you know, Darlene invites Sally, and Sally brings Jen. And so now Sally gets a prize just because she brought a guest. Okay. So that's what we want to do for next Wednesday. Thank you again, Charlotte, so much for your time and all the detail you put into that. And Suite 13 is awesome. If you haven't been on there, definitely check it out. I never thought about putting a binder together for it, but that is just absolutely awesome. And Mary, I'm friends with your consultants director. So Amber and I will be putting something in the mail for you. So thank you so much for joining us and supporting Amanda and Elizabeth. Okay. All right. Have a great night. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.